Welcome back to the Rebuilt Parish podcast. Today, here at Nativity, we have Maryann Cavallo, who is talking to us about how to get teens talking. I can't wait for you to hear some of her insights and examples of how they get teens talking right here at Church of the Nativity. And she's going to let you know what breakout sessions you should join when you come here on campus for Rebuilt Conference. We can't wait to see you inside the episode. Maryann, welcome to the Rebuilt Parish podcast. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. So I'm excited that I get to be on campus here at Nativity, filming this right now, which is so exciting. And I just got to say, there's just something so special about being here on campus.
Yeah, it's a great place to be. I started out coming here just as a parishioner, like everybody else. And then one of my friends says, I think you and I should lead a small group together of sixth grade girls. And I was like, okay. I trusted her. I was like, fine, we can spend more time together. It'll be great. So we started leading this group of sixth grade girls on Sunday evenings for their small group program. And that was how I got involved. And so those girls actually are going to be graduating from college.
Oh my gosh.
This May.
Whoa.
But we stayed with them through middle school and high school. And so then I was just here more and volunteering more. Then they said, hey, do you want to start working here? And I said, maybe a little bit. So I started working like 6 hours a week and moving up. So now I'm still part-time. But yeah, that's how I came to be on staff here, which is how I think a lot of us got to be on staff, is just volunteering in the parish and then being here and loving to be a part of it and joining it and then getting paid for it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love that story so much. And this is something that we talk about at Rebuilt all of the time, that your best staff members, like your next new hire, is your best volunteer.
Yeah.
And that's just a testament to that.
Yep.
That's how I started working for the parish too. I was volunteering first in my own parish. So it's just so fun. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, we are talking about how to get teens talking.
Mm-hmm.
So can you help me with this? Why is it so important to focus on teens in a parish?
Yeah, so I think so often that parish leaders get nervous about teenagers because they're unpredictable and, you know, sometimes they're moody. And so we want to sort of like shy away or avoid them because we don't understand them.
Right.
But they're actually the life, I feel like, of the parish. They are the next generation that's going to carry our faith on. And they have a really unique way of looking at problems and situations. So it's like a whole new fresh approach that they bring in sometimes, and an energy and just an excitement that I think is so amazing to have in your parish. And once you have it, you say, oh my gosh, we want this all the time. What can we do to keep this?
Yes. You know what? I really think you're right. When I think some parishes are just afraid of what to do with the teens. Mm-hmm. They can be a little intimidating. They can be moody. I've got a preteen, and moody is a good word for them. Yeah. But you're right. They also are that next generation, and we have to invest in them. Mm-hmm. And if we don't, what's going to happen? They're not going to be here.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges that parishes face when trying to engage teens?
I would say right now, our biggest hurdle is time. Most of our teens right now are so overbooked with activities. Yeah. They've got sports, they've got theater, they've got clubs, they have tutoring. And it's really hard for us to get them to commit to church and to be coming to program and to move it up on that priority list. So I would definitely say that time is probably our biggest challenge, that they're just so busy. It's hard for them to get to us.
Yes. And it's so much different than we were kids, right? I mean, the travel teams and the level of commitment that's expected from kids and teens these days is just, it's unlike anything we've seen before. It's wild.
They don't really have free time.
No.
And our programs at Nativity for teens are held on Sunday afternoon and evening. And that is a struggle because a lot of times we're hearing from them like, I've just got to get ready. I've got school tomorrow. I've got to finish up this project or a paper. And so, the challenge is definitely having them realize how important and make it a priority to fit it
Yes.
into their busy schedules.
Yes, for sure. Well, let's talk a little bit about the environments. How do the right environments help make it just more encouraging for teens in their small groups to come and open up and have some great discussions?
Yeah, so we work really hard on our environment from the moment that these kids are dropped off or that they walk in. We want it to be a place where they just feel comfortable. They see other people like them that are here. We have some of our older teens that are helping and volunteering and serving to open the door. So the first face that they're going to see is another teen, not
Yes.
some old lady who
Right?
might not get them. So right from the start, just making the environment something that they're going to feel comfortable in, to start taking down some of those barriers so that they can start listening and feeling like they're a part of the parish.
Oh, that's so good. I love the idea. You're making me rethink kind of everything going on in my own parish right now. And I'm sure our listeners as well. But just the idea of having a teen being the one to open the door,
Mm-hmm.
how much better is that than someone of an older generation?
Yeah.
Can you share a story or maybe an example of a time when you saw teens really opening up and talking?
Yeah. So going along with teens opening the door, I guess it's probably been maybe about 6 years now. We started this program called the Student Leadership Team. And basically what that was we took students, our students get confirmed in ninth grade. And then after that, we would identify some students that just showed some great leadership qualities or were just really on fire with their faith and wanting to help other teens experience this amazing relationship they now have with Jesus. So we start this student leadership team where we identify these teens and they meet different, like weekly, monthly, and they help us write material for our programs. They sometimes give messages at our weekly programs. They're leading small groups. They're helping to plan games. They're the ones opening the doors. They're the ones sometimes hosting from the stage when we start program. So that really was probably one of the best moments that when we got that going is to just see how this is working. So now we have students, when they want to join the team, one of the questions is, why do you want to join the team? Like, what was it? And I would say the majority of them say, I just have had such a great opportunity to be here and to see from other teens what it's like to live your faith. And I want to be able to do that for other people. And so they just, it amazes me still that they just are coming forward and they're like, I want to do this for someone else. Like, I want other people to know that as a teenager, you can still live this amazing life and have this awesome relationship with Jesus.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I just think it's genius too, having the students help you come up with the content. They know what works for kids their age.
Right. It's relevant.
That's so smart. I love it. And we also know that when you mix some of the younger kids with some of the older kids, that they learn from each other.
Absolutely.
And let's be real. Teenagers are way cooler than we are. So they're going to want to learn from a teenager rather than just us. Oh, that's awesome. Well, let's talk about the parents now, because we know parents are a key part of this. So what role do parents play in keeping their teens connected to the parish?
So I think it's really important that our parents are modeling the behaviors that will help teens feel a part of the parish. That's probably the best way that they can get involved and to help. A lot of times, parents sometimes are just bringing their kids to our programs for sacramental prep or, I don't know, free babysitting. I'm not really sure sometimes, but we do see sometimes that parents are just sort of dropping the kids off. And that's sort of a disconnect for the kids too. So we really encourage parents to model those behaviors. We want them to go to Mass as a family. We want them to join their own small group. We want them serving in a ministry or somehow helping out in the parish. And that's really, I think, the best way to utilize parents is just to have them show their kids that being a part of the parish is important and you get connected by being involved.
Yes. And I don't want to give too much away because I know we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but I know that there are some breakout sessions where parishes can learn how to get the parents and the whole family involved, and some key strategies for this too. So it's so nice knowing that there are ways to overcome some of these obstacles with parents.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, amazing. Let's talk about what are some key ways to foster those authentic relationships among teens in the parish setting.
So basically all teens, they want to be seen and they want to be known. Now, they probably don't know that. I mean, they might not know that that's what they want, but really that's at the core of it. So right off the bat, just knowing a teen's name and greeting them by name is a really great way to start a relationship with that teen. If you're running a special mass or a program for teens, make sure that those leaders are showing up consistently every week. That's another really important thing for teens. They want to make sure that you're authentic and that you're real, and just being present each week, it's going to just be really great for you to develop that relationship with them.
Yeah, they'll have that buy-in.
Yeah. So we also really want them to be able to explore their faith, especially with our confirmation program. We really highlight this is your sacrament. This is your faith. We want it to be your own. We don't want this to be your godparents' faith or your parents' faith or your teacher or anything. It's really about you. So we really encourage and challenge them to bring their questions to small group. And it's a place where they can explore these things safely with a trusted adult, and just get the answers to some of these tough questions that kids are struggling with.
That's so good. I love that you give them that support too. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this for a second. For parishes that are struggling with their student ministry or teen ministry, why should they come to the Get Teens Talking breakout session at Rebuilt Conference?
Yeah, so it's it seems like it's intuitive. Why can't you it should be easy to get teens talking, but it's really a struggle that we face, and each small group is different. Each small group leader is different, but there are some strategies that are consistent among all groups and all leaders. And so there are some things that you can do pretty quickly and easily in your parish to just start getting that relationship going and getting those teens talking about their faith.
Yeah, and we know you're going to be providing some of those strategies and giving them some tools that they can use too.
Absolutely.
Well, for parishes that really want to focus on their student ministry, what other breakout sessions or workshops should they come to at the conference?
Yeah, so investing in the next generation is going to be a great one for you to just sort of get a general idea of what this encompasses. And that goes all the way from the babies that you have in your nursery all the way up through the seniors that are graduating from high school. So it kind of gives this holistic approach to the next generation. And the other breakout that would be really great is our sacramental preparations. We've done some changes with that recently over the years to make it more interactive and getting parents involved with it too. And I really just think that there's a great opportunity there that people sometimes are coming back to the church for these sacraments, and it's a great opportunity for us to reach them and to just, show them God's love and how they're welcome here.
Yes, definitely. Oh, I love that. Well, how do you think attending the conference can inspire parish leaders to really reimagine their approach to the next generation? We know our theme is Can You Imagine? So how can we help them imagine it?
Yes. I would say the culture of teens just changes so rapidly. And parishes, like I said before, sometimes may just feel intimidated or unsure about this generation and how do we connect with them. But the conference is really going to give a lot of insight and opportunity to see that this is one of your greatest assets and resources in your community are these teens. And getting them involved, having them take ownership in the parish is really the best way to reinvigorate your parish and just bring the gospel of Jesus to everybody.
Yeah. And they get to learn from you and the rest of the next gen team, right?
Yeah, our whole team will be there presenting, sharing some of the obstacles that we've faced and how we got through that, and just available to talk to you guys and answer any questions you have about specific situations. We're really excited.
Oh, that's amazing that they're going to have to, they get that time, that Q&A and can learn directly from you. That's amazing. Yeah. Well, as we wrap up, any final thoughts or advice that you would give to a parish that's trying to get the teens talking in their own parish?
I would say, again, just getting to know them. See the teens that are in your pews, get to know them, use their names, reach out to them, connect with them, and give them some ownership in your parish. That's another great way to just have them feel a part of it, is just give them a little bit of ownership. You'll be amazed at the things that they'll do and some of the ideas that they'll come back with to just help everything grow.
Oh my gosh. Well, Maryann, this was so helpful. Thank you for taking the time to pour into our parish leaders. This was amazing.
Great. I'm happy to help.
Well, we will see you back here at Nativity June 2nd and 3rd for the Rebuilt Conference.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
All
Can't
right.
wait to see you guys.
Can't wait to see everyone there.
Yeah.
Thank you.